Hi guys, Lloyd here. This is our second edition of American College Cricket Live, and joining me shortly should be our Hi Sahil. Good to see you on. Joining me shortly should be our guest host, and in the meantime, I'd like to tell you that we'll be doing this every Sunday night and Thursday night at 8 p.m. And we'll cover a range of our teams, mainly our players, but also touch on cricket issues that are pertinent to the game in general. So, for example, last time we talked about the IPL, and of course the IPL has just over a week more to go. Well, a week more to go. So we'll be covering the IPL again later this week on Thursday. Perhaps we'll do an earlier one just because of the IPL now that the 4 semi-finalists have been decided. Aditya Sen from University of Florida Gators was on with me, and prior to this, in the first one, and he did a great job summarizing the season for the IPL, as well as, of course, talked about what the IPL is gonna end up being in terms of who will win and so on. So as I recall, he's back in Hyderabad to win. So we'll see how that goes. The rest of you guys can also, of course, let me know who now I'm still waiting for the other person. Hi Radwinder, good to have you on. Rajesh. And I'm waiting for my co-host to join me. Where is he? It's supposed to be Maaz. Maaz, there you are. Now, well, let's bring. Maaz should be on any minute now. Maaz Alahi, club president for Boston University, and has done a pretty good job this past season. Boston University is, of course, right now leading the home and away season as you guys go into summer break. Boston University is leading the home and away season. So pretty good job by the club. And Maaz actually lives in Toronto. So it's kind of interesting that he goes to college in Boston. And he'll be telling us a bit about his team's activities this past season. And we'll touch on a topic. Recently, the ICC said that it's possible they may drop the coin toss for Test cricket starting with the Ashes. And we're going to get Maaz to tell us what he thinks about that. I'm still trying to bring Maaz on. There he is.
Hey.
Okay. Hi, Maaz.
Good evening, Lloyd. How are you?
Good. So, Maaz, let's get right to it.
Yeah.
And you, of course, are in Toronto?
I just got back to Boston today just for some summer school, but I was in Toronto for the past 2 weeks, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you are from Toronto?
Yeah. I just grew up there, and I'm now studying at BU. Graduating 2020 as a current junior right now, and majoring in human physiology and nutrition, so we'll see how that goes.
Good. Now, your club is actually leading in the home and away season.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. You obviously pushed the club to get a number of games in. Tell us more about that.
So basically, we had a tremendous turnout at tryouts this year, early September, and it was great to see so many new guys, especially because we needed a new core for the team since we have so many graduates last year. And I think around 7 or 8 of the players in our starting 11 were new players, all ranging from experienced players who previously played in the Indian subcontinent and other levels, and players who've never played the sport before. So we had a great mix of players. We took them to regionals and we took them to this year's nationals. and that was a great experience. Our national results unfortunately didn't turn out as we planned, but it was a great experience for the guys because playing here in Boston is great with the weather and everything, depending on that. But it was great to play at nationals on a proper full-size field. It was a great experience for some of the new guys who are just like new to cricket and playing all these experienced teams and good competition. So that was a great experience. We didn't get the turnout we thought we would, but we finally clicked this year. After we came back from national, we started winning some home and away games, and we turned out to come at the top of the table this year. So that was great. So more about like our new core. So as I said, we have around 6, 7, maybe 8 new players in the starting 11, and they range from a lot of experienced players. So for example, we have, I don't know if people have been looking, but if you look at cricket clubs, we have our own Tariq Tura, who actually scored 3 centuries, I think, this semester alone, which is impressive, very impressive. And he's a freshman, so he'll be here for the next 3 years. We're really excited to have that. And along with that, we have players such as Harry on our team, Harjeet Mali, and he's basically never touched a bat or a ball in his life, but he wanted to try out the sport, and he grew up in Alabama here in the U.S., and he joined our team this year, and he's been developing brilliantly, and he's been coming in outside of practice time too, just working on his game, and now he's a regular part of our starting 11, a specialist fielder that we call him, and it's been great for the team. We've captured some great wins this year against like teams such as Yale, who've been the Ivy League champions this year, teams such as North that we just played our last East champions. So that was also a great accomplishment. So it's been very good. We're really excited for next semester, and we'll see how that goes.
Speaking of which, Tej Villiers himself,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he's been doing tremendously, and of course he's one of our best at on social media.
Yeah.
So he's actually doing pretty well now in terms of our Jamaica Talawas Award, which we started this year,
Mm-hmm.
and Arjun Verma from Harvard won.
Mm-hmm.
Tej Villiers Guru is actually one of the leading candidates right now. Of course, it can be anybody because we've got about 10 months left, right, to go.
Yep, definitely.
But he's actually been doing so well on the field and off the field. So, yeah, the great job by Ted Villiers and you as club president in motivating the entire club.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit, how come, you were from Toronto.
Yeah.
What made you choose Boston University?
So I've always dreamt about going to college in the U.S. just because of the opportunities you get. And my eventual goal, hopefully, is to enter med school as soon as I graduate. And just with the U.S., you have a lot more opportunities in terms of applying to medical school and just like opportunities in terms of research and other opportunities as well. So I just felt like I needed to apply to not Boston University, just other schools in the U.S. And I picked BU actually because of the great program they have in terms of pre-medical studies, but also because of the variety of club sports they had. And as soon as I saw cricket, I knew that was one of the things that motivated me to come to BU, because I knew that like studies are important and everything, but it was also a big part of cricket was a big part of my life before I came to BU, and I wanted to keep that going. So it was a great future that BU had, and I'm really happy to be part of it.
Wonderful. Yeah. And of course, you guys get to play on campus.
Definitely, which is
on the light as well. Now, let me ask you this: a bit of the question that pertains to cricket as a whole. I read recently that it's possible the ICC might decide to do away with the coin toss in Test cricket, starting with the next Ashes, I think, next year.
Yeah.
What do you think of getting rid of such a big part of the tradition of the game?
So from what I understand, I think they've already removed it from county cricket in England. So they've already taken that step. I kind of understand both sides of the argument. So if you look at from the, ICC is always trying to develop the game and just change it for the better, get more viewership. But I think that one of the important parts of Test cricket is the factor that the home side always has the advantage of just playing at home, and the away side have to kind of play to that. So I think that's one of the big parts of just Test matches as a whole. And I think removing that, I'm not sure how it would play out, but I think removing it at the Ashes as a first, as trying that out as the first step, is a very interesting idea, and I'd love to see how that goes. But I understand both sides of why that would happen, because I understand They're trying to just better the game and even the playing field for both sides, because there is an advantage, a tremendous advantage the home team does have, playing at home and like away sides coming from all over the world. It's a lot different conditions. So I understand that,
Okay,
but I also understand just like
got it.
yeah.
Now a little bit more about yourself. What are you
Yeah.
studying?
So as I said earlier, I'm studying human physiology and nutrition, so I'm double majoring. Um, and as of now, my eventual goal is to enter medical school at the year 2020. So we still have 2 more years of BU cricket to go. So we'll see how that all plays out.
And you guys are fortunate to have the involvement of alumni. For example, Vidit Munshi has
Yeah.
been a coach for BU for some time.
Yeah, so Vidit's great. It was actually his birthday a couple days ago, but yeah, so he's been a great part of BU cricket, just in terms of coaching us, coming to nationals, helping us out. Because as I said earlier, we have a lot of new guys, so a lot of players who never played cricket, and Vidit's great with helping for that. But he's also great because he's a BUCC alum, so he's did his undergrad and masters at BUCC with BUCC. So he basically has a lot of experience just with stuff as like our e-board. He'll help us out with fundraisers. He'll help us out with just going to tournaments, financially, anything. He's always there for us, so that's always a great help for us, other than just outside practice too. So it's great to have it there. Definitely a support that we do need, and it's good to have one of the founders of BU Cricket actually still with us.
Okay, so you said you're back in Boston. What's
Yeah.
your next step? You go back to Toronto, or you're staying in Boston for an internship or something?
So yeah, I'll be doing some research in Boston this summer. So I'll be here for most of the time. I'll be here for 2 months, I think, around. Yeah. So I'll be doing classes, and I'll also be doing some research. Hopefully, get some cricket in the weekends too. But it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. I'll miss Toronto, but Boston's also a great place to be in the summer.
Yep. Well, it's been good talking to you.
Yeah.
And any pick? I know you said because of exams you weren't avidly
Mhm.
following the IPL,
Yeah.
but do you have any now that the semifinalists have been determined? Do you have any pick for the winner?
I've always been a Chennai Super Kings fan, so I'm gonna since the first IPL season. So I'm gonna stick with them. We'll see how it all goes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So
Thank you
that's
for
it for
having me,
today.
Lloyd. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for
Thanks,
everything you
guys,
do.
for watching. And of course, share the video so more people can see it because they'll remain
Mhm.
as a video on the American College Cricket Facebook page. Thank you.
Mhm. Take care. See you.